look, two more necks. Today's video is a neck comparison. This time it's the Gloger neck and my Mark 6 neck. The Gloger neck you can see in a video which I've done previous, one or two videos with this, and you know by watching them videos that I really like this neck. It's got power, it's got punch, it's got sizzle. It's just a huge sounding neck. But I'm quite curious to see what this classic sort of vintage neck sounds like compared to this modern beauty. So let's have a look at the characteristics of both necks. And by the powers of my fancy neck stand, look at that, it's balanced out with a couple of saxophone reeds underneath the Gloger neck because it's significantly higher than the Mark 6 neck, as you can see there. And this isn't your regular Mark 6 neck because, as you notice here, there's a funny sticky out bit. And what's that for? That's actually for a microphone. Back in the day, usually the 70s, especially that era, they were using this thing where you had a microphone screwed into there, and that's how they were miking up their saxophones. So what I've done is I've actually blocked up this hole. I used a screw from a body to bell brace from an old beaten up Yamaha, and I soldered it into the top. So as you can see, the screw actually fit like a glove, and then I just soldered it into the top of this microphone pickup attachment area, or whatever you want to call it, this sticky out bit. And now it's blocked up, so this is nice and airtight. I'll show you. Here we go. I'm going to blow here, so wait till I go red, the same colour as my t-shirt. Here we go. Hold the octave key down, and here we go. Wow. So this is nicely sealing, nice and airtight. And I think maybe in time I'll unsolder the whole thing and make a little patch to go on the top of there. But for now, I don't care what it looks like. I'm not bothered about the cosmetics of a saxophone. This old, used, vintage look has a couple of little dings and stuff, but I don't care. It's more about how it sounds. I don't give a damn how it looks. And I also gave this neck my vintage process, which I did to my main tenor. So if you want to know how I did that, because I'm not going to describe it here, I can't be bothered, just look through my videos, you'll see how I did it to my main tenor, if you're curious how I did that. First of all, I took the octave key off because I wanted this two-tone look. As you can see, the octave key has a slightly darker lacquer and it's much more even, whereas the body of the neck has a proper raw brass, grainy, vintage look. So you get this really cute looking two-tone effect where you've got the dark lacquered key and the raw brass body. And I'm also very curious to hear what it sounds like when you've got two microphones pointing at the saxophone. I have the silver valve mic that's pointing towards the bell of the instrument, whereas the other small diaphragm condenser that's pointing towards the side of the saxophone, and that'll pick up all the missing frequencies from the side. But back to the necks, let's have a listen to what the two necks sound like, and it's a blindfold test, so don't cheat, just listen to the two necks and see if you can pick out which one's which. So what do you think, folks? Have you made your mind up which neck is which? It's time to reveal the answer, and the answer is in the next part of the video. I'm not going to give you the answer right away. That's way too easy and that's way too lazy of you. So just watch the next couple of minutes and you'll find out the answer. So what do you think of the sound of two microphones on one saxophone? Was it necessary? Probably not, but it was really nice to try it. I think it had a really good sound. It had a fatness, a crispness, had a fullness all the way across the range. And this was so cool to have it on the side to pick up all the sounds that you'd hear live in a room when you're right near the saxophone. The sounds that you don't get when you just have one microphone pointing at the bell. I don't need to have two mics on a saxophone, but I did it because I could and I want to see what it sounded like. And maybe you want to explore and see what it sounds like with two microphones. Now going on to the necks, I think they're both great. They both have very different characteristics. This one has a nice core, it has a thickness, it has more, I would say, fatness and spread in the sound. It has some good projection as well. This one is definitely all out power. I've done a video on this one already. I don't need to go into too much detail, but I actually really like this Mark VI neck. I don't give a damn about characteristics like that. It's just cosmetic anyway, and I don't care. And some people will argue that it's sonically different and it's adding weight. Well, I don't care. It's me who's going to play it, and I'm going to enjoy it. Because I feel that there's things in this neck I can use for my own sound, but I've got to admit, this neck is so much fun. It's just a powerhouse. They're both great necks, and that's the dilemma I have, but it's a good dilemma. Now it's time for you lovely people and you horrible people to give me a thumbs up on my video. I'm trying to grow my humble little channel, and I need your help to do that, so I'm reaching out. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, or whatever you want to call it. Spread the word. I want to grow my subscribers, and that needs you lot to spread the word about this idiot and all the saxophone gear and mics I've got. Anyway, thank you very much for coming this far, and I wish you a wonderful evening, because now it's starting to get dark out there and the summer is now officially gone, but I'm still going to wear my shorts. And with that said, bye bye for now. See you in the next video.